When a series of headlines reported about Harry and Meghan contacting and sending letters out of concern for the Princess of Wales's health, many of us had to ask if that was true. Immediately after that, a source confirmed that any letters from the pair were intercepted and remained undelivered to Catherine. So it just is a hollow purr stunt. Let us find out in this video, and welcome back to the Royal News 365 channel, where all of your snarkiest dreams come true as I share my deepest, scathingest thoughts about the dull Duchess and her handbag Harold. It's funny that a series of headlines say that Harry and Meghan are very worried about their sister-in-law. They not only contacted her and sent private messages, yet also sent gender letters to her. Let's look at the way they do it privately, yet spread it to everyone to see the hypocrisy of these two people. I'm sure everything goes through an office, and quite likely, anything that is related to the duo is sent on to a lawyer. Let's face it, the King and the Prince and Princess of Wales do not go out and check their mailbox. It all goes to an office somewhere. All their mail is likely scanned and tested before it is distributed under normal circumstances. I imagine the security is even tighter concerning the duo. The two of them know how this works. I don't think there is any greater security for what the duo sends. Simply put, this makes it very clear that no one has given them the private number of either King Charles III or William, and that must have the Harkles hysterical because they forget that they announced with great fanfare that they had his number private. That reminds me of when Harry and Meghan moved into Frogmore Cottage on the Windsor estate. All the people living there, mostly household staff, retired staff, and servicemen, were given a list of commandments. As soon as it was poorly received, Buckingham Palace had to declare it was a mistake by well-meaning staff, and the Duke and Duchess didn't request this, didn't know about it. Same for the Carlisle in New York. They demanded their floor with zero eye contact, and staff could not speak unless they were first addressed. Quite ironically, now they are being treated like that when they try to approach their sister-in-law. They are not special yet like to express themselves, while they will have to bow before others. I fully support protecting the safety of the Prince and Princess of Wales. I believe the security is tight to begin with. Scans are probably done at the palace mailroom before distribution. Probably have to thoroughly check any envelopes from the Sussex duo for suspicious powders. Would not put it past Meghan to use poison, or Harry might have accidentally tossed in his nose candy thinking since it cheers him up. It's bound to cheer up someone else. Meghan has already proven herself to be a nasty, scheming, backstabbing on wheels. Given the rumor about her gluing a girl's eyelashes together at Northwestern, plus the malevolent behavior she has displayed towards her own and Harry's family, I wouldn't put it past her to try to slip something in. The letters? The Sussex couple proves that they can contact Catherine like Meghan claims that she sends videos straight to the King. William Ian Patrick's private secretary and Clive Alderton, Secretary of King Charles, are sure to be ready to stop anything the Harkles send from reaching their bosses, like copies of Spare or Jam from the American Riviera, The Bee, The Wasp, and The Fly. Harry spoke like this about three people whom he considered personal enemies. The Bee is a codename for Queen Elizabeth IA's private secretary, Sir Edward Young. Clive Alderton, Charles's private secretary, is The Wasp and William's private secretary at the time, Simon. Case is The Fly. Edward Young, Clive Alderton, and William's current private secretary, Ian Patrick, are the three people, the three men in grey, most important in the entire palace. Above them are only the King and William, and they are the three people who are blocking Harry from being near King Charles and William. The thought of their empty, calligraphed messages sitting in the dead letter office of Buckingham Palace and then being looked at by the intelligence services and government is delicious. My experience with a narc is that you have to completely ignore them and cut off all communication for grey rocking to work, including texts, letters, etc., best if they know you never read anything from them. The narc always is challenged by your no contact or grey rocking to hoover you back into their control. They hate being ignored. This is probably the main reason now for the duo's rage towards the royal family. Both the Prince and Princess of Wales don't deserve to have to deal with either Harry or Meghan right now. Of course, they ran right to the media the second they did anything to try and get their names attached to the shocking news of Princess Catherine. I hope they file those letters away, and no one except their aides ever has to read their drivel. Everyone remembers she leaks letters, and they repeat conversations, which could go on and on. The bottom line is Harry and Meghan can't be trusted, so the palace is very aware of how to treat and respond to any form of correspondence. They are very much on the outside trying to get a glimpse in yet can't see it ever happening. Anything sent from Montecito is marked return to sender and back it goes, all done very politely and impersonally yet with a clear message. Don't bother, that's why they emphasize that they use back channels. No open channel exists anymore. I believe very much that King Charles and Prince William have someone else open any mail from the Montecito cretins. Their lives are full and busy, and we know that any written or electronic communications from the Montecitans will only have ill intentions. Charles only saw Harry in person for a few minutes, even though Harry flew from California. That's a very clear boundary line to me. So I don't think it's very far-fetched to think that written correspondence is screened and dealt with accordingly. If Charles wanted Harry to have access to him, that'd be arranged. Harry's behavior shows that his access to his dad is pretty limited. Charles and Harry are not on speaking terms, and all correspondence is going through his lawyers or private secretary. Honestly, I am sure there are loads of emails, etc. from Harry and Meghan with demands, pictures of the kids, offers to do royal duties again, etc. I don't think King Charles or William bothers with it. If there are any changes to the usual requests, the staff probably report it. I would imagine they have been given express direction to not forward any Harkle letters to the royal family members. I think Charles would issue this order. He doesn't need to be bothered with the Harkle nonsense, especially now. When William wants to contact Harry, he contacts Harry's office. Don't forget that this is what happened when we went out to see the flowers when the Queen died. Do you think the British royal family is wrong to intercept what Harry sends or his calls? It's the simple response to Harry having that attitude long before even Meghan. Don't forget that Harry changed his phone number because he doesn't want anyone from the British royal family to contact him. Why would the British royal family want to give Harry direct access when he doesn't deserve it? So I believe what's happened over the past few days is just a stupid PR trick to get the Sussex couple's name attached to Catherine. They don't care about their sister-in-law at all. They even rudely called her Kate. They themselves are not people who know how to sympathize with others. They are selfish and calculating people who do not hesitate to take advantage of every opportunity to promote themselves. I believe that more than ever, Meghan is urgently taking care of her fake brand. She is slowly losing her cards. And even reaching Catherine now is an impossible task. They were kept out of this circle. Everyone understood that it was too dangerous to let this witch near the future king and queen. She would collect everything and sell it for a high price or use it as material for her victims' stories. So I feel lucky that this is just pure trash. Meghan and Harry are forever lost people with no way back. And you, what do you think about this action of Harry and Meghan? Please comment to let us know your views. And if you like our videos, don't hesitate to like and share so YouTube's algorithm recommends similar videos. Please support us by subscribing to receive notifications when the latest videos are updated. Thank you for watching. Goodbye and see you later.